How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here with another episode of Supernatural as we get into episode number 7 of Season 2. And yeah, pretty good stuff last time around. We had a bit of an absence of, I guess, Sam, even though he was in the episode. It was primarily focused on Dean and Joe, especially with the inexperience that Joe had and the worries that Ellen would present, especially with the fact that Joe's father was tagging along with John, should I say. And yeah, not good things seemingly happened with Joe's father. So, yeah, that prompted Ellen to be a bit hostile in regards to the fact that Dean and Joe were taking on something, were hunting something, should I say, and, you know, you don't want a case of history repeating itself, so, yeah, it ended on a bit of a frosty note last time, but, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this episode. So, that said, let's get into episode number 7 of Supernatural Season 2. Let's go.
So now we know Karen Giles wasn't the first person you murdered.
Going somewhere, Sam?
Wait, did they?
She's the last.
Did they have Dean? They bloody have Dean! What the heck?
Okay, and you're holding us why?
Well, he's being held on suspicion of murder. And you? We'll see.
Oh shit, not again.
You sound genuinely surprised. Or are you that good of an actor?
Who is he supposed to have murdered?
Aha,
We'll get around
because
to
he's
that.
Joe.
Well, you can't just hold us here without formal...
Straight A student. Got into Stanford with a full ride.
Oh.
Then about a year ago, there was a fire in your apartment. One fatality. Jessica Moore. Your girlfriend. After she died,
We don't
you fell
talk
off
about
the
that.
grid. Figure out how your brother faked his own death after torturing all those young women.
Yes, because
He's
of
a bad guy. His life is over.
Skin last season.
Yours doesn't have to be.
You want me to turn against my own brother?
No.
It's been a while
already
since
caught him
Dean has
cold.
been in
Red-handed
trouble with the
at
law,
Karen Giles'
actually.
murder scene.
So it's due time.
Unusual.
Yeah, like strange.
Strange.
You know, Karen, weird noises, visions, anything like
Trying to narrow it down to something, yeah. Maybe you being a bit too on the nose.
Her that
Dana Schultz.
Dana Schultz.
What's that? The name?
You know, you could
Oh,
learn
it's
the
everywhere.
space bar.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
I guess I just get to hang out. It's
He's such a child.
I'm gonna go talk.
Brother, the whole time you were in Baltimore. Why separate now? Because your brother left you to go murder Karen.
He didn't kill
He
anyone.
didn't.
I heard the 911 call. Karen was terrified. She said someone was in the house.
But did she clearly... Like, it could be all a silhouette game. Or it could be a similar case to last season, Shapeshifter. Yep, definitely not Dean.
Freeze. Stay on your knees. Hands where I can see them. Now.
Bad timing.
Cuff 'em.
You gotta love it.
Sam's story matches Dean's to the last detail.
Yeah. Well, these guys are good. I'll give them that.
Or,
If we
hear
have a
me
coin to
out.
flip, we have nothing but a
Dean
lot of
didn't kill
circumstantial
Karen.
evidence.
Hey, we got Dean
Crazy
Thompson,
concepts.
blood on his hands. Juries have.
Oh, wait, are they Wait.
Maybe it's not a name.
Maybe
Maybe
it's...
it's not a name.
The anagram, maybe?
I was thinking, what if it's an anagram?
SUP, I don't know about that, but Ashland is a street name. It's not far from here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with where you were the night that Anthony Giles died.
Can you get in to see my brother?
Mr. Winchester,
Can I help out?
you could be facing a death penalty.
Sam,
here.
etc.
Thanks for the law review, Matlock. But
Maybe your keyboard is, you know, it's had too much coffee and, you know, the keys are sticky. Is she next?
I'd like to discuss your case now.
Sure thing, Matlock.
You two really are brothers, aren't you?
I was gonna say, he's just echoed Sam. Dean, should I say.
my name is Dean Winchester. I'm an Aquarius. I enjoy sunsets, long walks on the beach, and frisky women. I did not kill anyone. And I know who did. Or rather, what did.
Good people, and you're making jokes.
I'm not joking, Ponch.
You murdered them in cold blood, just like that girl in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't me either. That was a shapeshifter creature that only looked
See,
like
this
me.
is all gonna sound ludicrous. Oh boy.
Pete, that is enough!
This does sound
Truth.
ludicrous and kind of condescending.
Hilton McQueen? What is that?
Hilt's is Steve McQueen's character in The Great Escape.
Oh my goodness. But if she dies, then, you know, she can't exactly... Oh, shit. Were you Ah! You're creepy! You are fucking creepy! She got out.
Go to the first motel listed in the Yellow Pages. Look for Jim Rockford. It's how we find each other when we're separated. Now, you can arrest him if you want. Or you can let him save your life.
I think I would choose the latter. Especially with how clearly shaken you are.
Here. I've been researching every girl who's ever died or gone missing from Ashland Street.
How'd you get those? Those are from crime scenes and booking photos.
You have your job, I have mine. Here, I need you to look through these. Tell me if you recognize anyone.
It's, you know, not reputable for you, but hey.
Guess we gotta check it out ourselves. See if we can find her body.
Or she has a twin.
Well, we gotta
Not
salt and
Claire.
burn her bones. It's the only way to put her spirit to rest.
Of course it is.
She's just like comprehending the situation. And it's just like... Ugh.
Sam!
Hey, I'm here. What is it? What happened?
Gone.
Where?
She was here.
Did she attack you?
No.
Sure.
She was just like reaching out to me.
She's trying to
She was
help.
over there by the
She,
window.
like, she wants help.
None of the extra letters make sense.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh shit.
What is that?
Spirits in certain remains give off electromagnetic frequencies.
She's not behind the
So
wall.
if Claire's body was here, that would indicate that?
Yeah, well, that's the theory.
Shit.
Her wrists.
Same?
They'd be bruised just like yours.
Pete gave it to me.
Wait, what? Wait a
That all makes
second.
perfect sense.
Wait the
sorry?
fuck.
Yeah, you see, Claire's not a vengeful spirit. She's a death omen.
A
Excuse
Brianna?
me?
Claire's not killing anyone. She's trying to warn them.
It's a little late for that.
It wasn't my fault. Claire was gonna turn me in. I had no choice.
And Tony? Karen?
I mean, murder's a
Same
pretty
thing.
excessive
Tony
thing.
scrubbed the money, then he got skittish.
Shoot him in the legs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah! See, Dean's not the scumbag,
Why don't
buddy.
you buy me another necklace, you
You
ass?
are. Oh, nice! Nice!
But the St. Louis murder charges? That's another story. I can't help you.
Shapeshifting is a bit of a...
Unless
Oof.
I just happened to turn my back and he walked away. I could tell him that the suspects escaped.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, she's sure, Sam.
No, it's just, I mean, you can lose your job over something like that.
Look, I just want you guys out there doing what you do best.
Nice lady.
And for a cop? Does she look familiar to you?
No, why?
I don't know. Anyway, are you hungry? No. For some reason, I can really go for some pea soup.
Oh, man. Hey, at least Dean can be very, very fortunate. He ran in with someone who was, you know, willing to, I guess, give him the benefit of the doubt, really, because you can't really walk up to someone and say, hey, the supernatural shit is real and all of that, and then you have her, especially with the Dana Schultz thing being written on repeat for her, then her finding out about what Dean wrote, it is a bit eerie. So, and the fact that she encountered Claire, so yeah, but no, I really like that human element in terms of the antagonist for this episode. With obviously Claire wanting to be at rest and wanting her killer getting what he deserved. Yeah, it was a very, very interesting story, something a little bit different, especially with how Dean and Sam were both compromised, and yet there were kind of similarities with the last episode, because obviously you had Dean and Joe, and yeah, with this episode, Sam and Diane were basically working together whilst Dean was compromised, so yeah. So I thought that was a very interesting episode in regards to how the episode unfolded over the course of the past 40-odd minutes. And obviously with Dean and Sam in this predicament, it was just very interesting to see how we would deal with what happened to Tony, what would happen with Karen, and no, I just thought it like overall it was just very, very fun to explore, and like I said, it was just very, very interesting how in the last episode we had Dean and Joe of course on their own thing, whilst Sam took to the sidelines, really. And in this episode, obviously I feel like the hand injury would have been a bit of a factor. But in this episode, we had Sam and Diana work together in order to not just help Dean out, but also resolve this situation with Claire and how she was, in the end, a death omen. So, yeah, it was just very, very great to see how things panned out. Not just that, though, but with how the killer was a human. It wasn't anything supernaturally. It was a human, again, going back to how episode 3 detailed about that that moral scenario about humans. They can be good, they can be bad. But what I also really thought was interesting was Pete's signature, because of the fact that with him being the murderer, and due to, I guess, his past and that, and not just that though, we had Claire and Tony, they were going to talk. I feel like it was really, really fitting to go to the throat, and because they wouldn't be able to speak, and we even had Claire's spirit trying to speak, but she couldn't. So I thought that was a very, very that was a really, really interesting method in order to kill them, and you know, paint a kind of signature on his victims, because of course they were going to talk, and he silenced them in both meanings. So very, very interesting how Pete utilized how he acted out on the murder, or murders should I say, plural. So yeah, with a really, really I guess adequate to his kind of crisis, an adequate signature. So yeah. But it was just very, very interesting. Like I said, with that whole grey area, humans can be good, they can also be bad, etc. And Pete was definitely a bad egg. So yeah, it was really great to go into the realms of humans can be the monsters too, and even in this case, again, like episode 3, we had something supernaturally being the more benevolent force here. With obviously episode 3, we had the vampires who just wanted to chill. They were fine, they were dandy, they didn't want to harm humans. And, of course, we had Gordon, who was very, very hell-bent on eliminating anything supernaturally, because anything supernaturally, to his mind, needed to be exterminated. So, and then in this episode, whereas, Pete wasn't actively going against anything of the supernatural realm, he was going after people who were going to talk, and we had something of the supernatural realm try to help Diana and Sam resolve, well, not just put her killer to I guess an end and punish him, but also be able to have her rest. So yeah. But no, I just really, really liked how this episode built over time, especially with the boys working together, even though they were in separate rooms. And not just that, though, but even though they didn't expect to get arrested, they had their stories covered. Pete, like, when Pete and Diana were talking about Dean and Sam, there was a mention about how their stories align really, really well, and I doubt that they would have had a pre-hunt talk in regards to, okay, if we get arrested, this is what you say. So the fact that improvising works for both Dean and Sam in this very, very hectic and unprecedented scenario, I guess it's just really, really great stuff. But there was also like a little bit of that hint in regards to how their minds kind of intertwine in regards to the whole Matlock joke. So with that lawyer that confronted both Dean and Sam. So yeah. But I also really, really loved how they were also working together in order to solve the whole Dana Schultz situation, because they obviously were hitting dead ends. I guess, which is very, very apt to say, but they were hitting dead ends with that wording, and of course, it was. I was thinking, could it be an anagram if they can't find anything, and if they are coming up with goose eggs in terms of possible answers for Dana Schultz, and yeah, it was an anagram. So it was really, really great to see that kind of moment where both Dean and Sam were working together in order to figure out what this anagram could be. So you just, even though they were separated, it was just really, really great to see them work together. So because apart from the flashbacks, we only really saw them together in terms of the present day, when obviously Pete was going to be put to an end. So yeah, I really, really love how they worked together. They had that vulnerability of not being in the same room as each other, but they were still they are still able to kill it. They are still able to do such a fantastic job of teamwork. So yeah, it was just really, really brilliant to see that happen. But yeah, I just really thought this was a great episode, as well as the fact that we got a bit of, I guess, personal info from both Dean and Sam, of course, whilst Diana was, well, not just Diana, but Pete, when Dean had that confession, of course. They were just trying to get out information, and they weren't going to believe Dean saying I didn't do it and anything, and it came to a point where Dean had to just go, like, not just in a very, very overconfident manner, but he just had to just come out with the truth, and they weren't going to believe it, especially with Pete, who was very, very adamant on the fact that he was going to showcase aggression to Dean, with the fact that obviously later in the episode it was revealed that he was the killer, but it was just very, very fun to see Dean's confession. He knew no one was going to buy this shit, so he may as well just be his, you know, usual self, right? So yeah, but yeah, we got some personal info. We had some nice tie into Skin as well, because obviously Dean was in a bit of trouble with the whole shapeshifter thing, and it's great to see that kind of continuity play out. Because yeah, I think it was the Benders, wasn't it, that episode, where not only did we have a cop who was assisting the boys as well, so so Diana isn't really the first rodeo in terms of helping out the boys solve the situation, but yeah, we had that cop in the Benders, but also there was a little bit of continuity from Skin in that episode as well. So it's nice to see how, you know, Dean is still a bit of a hot topic in terms of, yeah, we know about you, and yeah, obviously the whole shapeshifter thing is going to be a bit difficult to, like, I think ghosts are a bit more of are a bit more of an accepted subject, because like in the real world you don't have any kind of shapeshifters out there, whereas people speculate like, oh, I saw a ghost, etc. So there is a bit more of an accepted area of ghost, etc. Whereas shapeshifters, not so much. I mean, you don't hear, you know, you know, you have those photos of, I think I saw a ghost, and you have some kind of fate outline. Yeah, you don't have that for supernatural, for shapeshifters. So yeah, overall, that was a pretty neat episode. And like I said, really nice to have the boys working together, even though they weren't in the same area. And it was really, really nice to have Diana be a very, very, not just interesting character, but also a very, very helpful character as well. And the whole supernaturally essence of this episode was someone tried to get back at Pete and help out as well. So yeah, it was a like she just wanted to be put to rest and warn people. So yeah, pretty neat stuff this episode. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Hope you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. Toodles!